Can I just, how did you get this selection tool to do the square, like, around it?
You just click once on the thing and it will select.
Oh, yeah. Okay, thanks.
Line art and colour art and composition and cutter and stuff so that it doesn't cross over into the eye too much. I've also added an overlay layer just to add this little crossover bit here. Don't worry about that too much yet, we'll get to that when we do limbs. But I just wanted to show you the deformer tool. So if you have any elements like big floppy ears or hair or anything which might flow around, there's this tool up here. You see it looks like a hammer and a spanner next to each other. It's called a rigging tool. When I have my drawing selected, I'm going to select the rigging tool and create a base point. I'm going to create an anchor point down where it joins, one in the middle that I want the thing to deform around, and then one at the end. You see it creates this kind of structure here. I can change this circle here, which will affect the amount of deforming, and now, when I go to the transform tool, which is what we use to move stuff around, I can warp and change the shape of this ear like this around this anchor point that I've made there. So I can have this move around and tween like that. And it's just a very simple way to have some additional kind of softer motion. So with the looking around, I can go from here in the timeline to where it's here. I can start off the keyframe there. I can go a bit further in and move it down and move it up. Go. And you'll see as it moves around there. Like that. So it's a quick way to add some of the softer motion to your stuff. The deformer can also be used if I go onto my head drawing there. I can add a deformer. And I can use this to now edit the jaw. I can have a bit of moving around of the jaw, a bit of moving back and forth, edit the bottom of the head. It's not perfect, but it's just enough to give you that little bonus bit there, like so. Actually, if we make this smaller still. Right. Takes a bit of messing around to make sure that you've got it as you would like it. But it's just a little bit of extra control that you can have over your character designs, like that. See? So now I can use this to do jaw movements down there. Okay?
So if you basically make a mistake, how do you go back and delete the thing?
You just undo.
Undo, okay. Even if you've added it to the timeline, you can even if you've added it to the timeline, you can just undo it.
Yeah, same as undoing in a program. So for instance, what you're talking about with your character design Dominion, this will be really useful for because you can create these oval shapes and then you can use the deformer here to have that kind of
Yeah, that's great.
Like that, see?
It's following the videos and it just says to do that.
So next will be pupil. Yeah, so we're moving this around. So we have that same setup under the pupil layer here. So you separate this out, add a composite there, and then that's where the cutter comes in on this layer there.
Okay, so only on the eye and the pupil,
Yeah.
I need those. And the cutter goes...
You'll do this setup for each individual one.
Oh, right.
Again, because it's how we control these two independently. The cutter is to add to your eye to say, don't go anywhere where the color art on FI isn't. But that should be in the video.
So don't... Hang on. So basically, I'm using the cutter for...
You attach the cutter to the pupil.
Yeah.
And you use it to reference the eye layer. So we drag it in to here. So it's connected to the pupil, through that main one, and then we make the dotted line read from the color. Click that to invert it, and now...
I have to invert it.
Yeah.
Only that one I invert.
Yeah. You'll invert the others as well. Because
Oh.
inverted means in hold on. So you see now it disappears.
Yeah.
To be edge. So inverted in this case, where it has the white background and the black mask, that means that this object is only allowed to exist where this exists. Whereas this version means you can see everywhere except where this exists, which is the reverse of what we want.
Okay.
So it's the difference of saying like this pen can only be seen around this notebook, but not when it crosses over to it. And the difference between saying this pen can only be seen on the inside of this notebook, and the moment it strays out of it, we can't see that anymore.
Oh, okay. Interesting. So basically, so I'll always have to use the cutter where I want an object to stay inside something.
Yes.
Only the cutter.
Yeah.
Does that? Okay. Right.
Which you just click and you drag further on.
Oh, but I mean to play the picture. I mean.
Oh, okay. So what I like to do is I hide all of that, so I expand it or collapse it down. And do
By
Control
pressing the
A,
arrow.
which selects all the layers.
Control
And
A,
you won't want to do Control A if you have multiple different elements on screen. And then you go to the end and you do F5, and that extends the drawings there.
Oh, okay. So now I can make it move
Yeah.
at different stages. Okay, thanks. Okay, hang on.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
And then you can click that to get it all to show up again.
Thank you.
I'm gonna.
You're on it right now. If you just draw around it, it'll say whatever you have.
So how can you find out what I've done wrong?
I'm gonna go through it and see.
Well, I copied and pasted it, the right eye that I did, and then I put it to the left.
Okay, yeah.
I copied and pasted everything, so is that the wrong thing to do?
It depends whether you pasted special or not.
Pasted special?
Yeah, hold on.
Well, I don't think I did that.
Oh, is that all on? Oh.
Harry.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, so it looks like on this layer. FI.
It's got to be something because maybe I copied it then, isn't it? Because I didn't do anything special.
Yeah, so these boxes that you've got here
Yeah.
are on the line art layer for the forward eye, rather than so they're on the same layer as this
Uh-huh.
here. Okay.
So when I copied and pasted it, what was I supposed to do?
Paste special. I think you copy and pasted the drawings across instead. So you see we've got on this layer you have the color here
Yeah.
for this eye, which is the right hand one. That's good. But you also on the line art layer have the lines for the right hand eye as well, which we don't want. If I go
How do you copy and paste special then?
So let's see. So everything on this eye works fine. I'm just gonna delete the left eye. Yeah, that is still there. So I'm gonna go through. So brow, yes. Lid, yes. Whole eye. Delete the extra. X. This is head, so I don't want the head.
Oh, you don't want the head?
No, I don't want to copy and paste across the head. Because the head, there's only one head.
Okay.
So I'm going to select all of the eye layers and nodes and do edit, copy selection, and then I'm going to move further away and do edit, paste special.
Oh, that's
And
why
that
I
makes
didn't
this
do.
window show up. So do always create drawing files, and that'll mean it will create new drawing files which are identical to the old ones, but you can edit on your own and then create new columns as well, which means it's not going to replicate the tweens and stuff. That makes all of these appear, so I'm going to drag them over like that and start connecting them to, what is this a drawing layer? Yeah, I'm gonna, oh, this is the final composite, isn't it?
But the pupils don't.
Oh, I see what happened. You've duplicated the
Oh yeah, that
right,
bit. Yeah.
So actually,
So that bit's not important.
well, you only want one of those, really.
Oh, okay.
Because that's the export of the stuff.
Oh.
So we've got this composite here, which then goes to where everything is going out. So that's fine. But just you had a second one set up over there, which can complicate things. So I'm just going to start connecting the bottom of this eye here. I'm assuming that is, yeah, that's brown. And then I'm going to go and find, I'm going to select the brow peg and the whole eye peg. I'm going to use the animation tool just
you have to press Control to select it.
to select both of them. Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm just going to use that to use that to move them across there. And then there's this drawing tool up here which flips. Oh, so flip that.
Oh, so I can what? I can
And
copy and
then-
paste even the drawing of the eye.
Yeah.
What? So how did you do it? You press Control and then
Control
you press
C.
Yeah.
And then paste special. And that pastes all of this information again, which includes the drawing files.
No, but I mean to do the eye. That you
So,
just
so
did.
that is contained in this here that we've copy and pasted. All of
Okay.
that information is in these blue squares here.
But how did you get
It's
the
a
other
flip.
eye here? Yeah, to basically get another eye without drawing it.
So when I copied and pasted it, it just appeared directly on top of this one. So
Oh,
I just,
did
I
it?
just moved it across. Yeah, so
Oh.
if we see,
Oh, so it was already there then.
yeah. So this is just as we copy and paste it special. If I select both of them and I flip them, you see it's over there.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, open up. So this, move it across. Oh,
Oh, that brow isn't connected anymore. Oh yeah, that's
there we go.
It's not connected to the top as well. I don't know if it
Well,
matters.
it doesn't matter about it being connected at the top because we connect it to the head peg anyway. There we go. And then this button here flips it horizontally. I'll move that there.
Okay.
I'll find the pupil peg.
How did you do a split screen, by the way?
I just dragged it to the side.
Oh, okay.
I wouldn't recommend it because you want to see as much of the information as possible, but sometimes it's what you need. There you go, and now you've got both.
Oh, where did my eye highlighter go?
Where did your eye highlighter go? Oh, it's because I haven't
Oh, right.
connected that in.
Traffic coming. What? That wasn't very nice.
Yeah, that goes in.
Not exactly a lie.
Like that.
Ah, oh my
I'm
god.
just going to use that peg to move it over to the side. And then in this case, when you paste, sometimes you'll need to redo those clipping things. So actually this one, we don't want going there. We want it to go into...
When you paste, what do you mean?
So when I copy...
Oh, when you copied and paste the whole
When
thing.
I copy and paste it across, some of the stuff got lost. So I'm going to add a composite there. So
Some
that,
of the stuff got lost.
actually, it doesn't look like it had. It just looked like maybe you'd made an error in the other eye of just the highlight wasn't fed into a composite to go into the cutter, which then meant that the highlight could be seen outside. So if we go look at this one here.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, so see
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
the highlight goes outside?
Yeah.
That's because there's no cutter attached to the highlight.
Okay.
But that's easily fixed by just taking this line here, getting rid of that. I mean, you see where this cutter is, and this is what controls the eye being inside. If we put a composite in before that, we can have both the pupil and the pupil highlight affected by the same node, like that.
Gosh. How will I know all that?
It's
I
just
don't know how to
problem
correct
solving.
my mistake.
It's just when you learn how each individual bit affects each other, it's just problem solving after that. It's just getting used to it.
To do. So I've managed
this
to
is
like get
because
it.
This anchor point here is down there.
Oh, where did the anchor point come from?
So I'm gonna just click this. Yeah, you've done some transformations to it, so I'll just keep on doing until it's back
you're
to how it
just-
was before.
Oh, okay. Oh, hang on. I didn't do that though. I made it actually. Oh no, because I was adjusting it as I was playing it here.
Okay. Oh, we can't go back any further. So first you've squashed it down a little bit, so I'm going to try and get it back out. Then that's the anchor point there. If I try and drag it back into the center.
So
the anchor.
that's just an anchor point for the transformator tool.
Yeah, it's the anchor point of where it like rotates and morphs around, and it's moved on both the drawing and the peg by the looks of it.
So why is that?
Who knows? So there's this button up here. These blue ones are like, they're called the advanced animation tools, and they're where you like set the pivot points. So I'm going to set the rotation point for the eyebrow to be where it goes there, actually in the middle like that. Let's see if we flip it there, I set that to be there, then you should be able to rotate it around like that. Move it around there. So what was the transformation you were trying to do before?
I was literally just because this eyebrow goes up, and I wanted this one to go up and to the side a little bit.
Yeah. Oh, we've had animation turned on. That's a shame.
Oh, what?
Just we've had the animation. This little yellow guy here.
Yeah.
It just means that the edits you make when keyframing animate, which is good most of the time, but just because I was fixing the anchor points and stuff moving around, it just means I've got to go through and delete the keyframes. It's not a big issue. So now that it's set like this,
Hang on, delete what keyframes?
just the ones automatically made when I moved stuff around. So in the same way where you're moving the eyebrow by moving here and using that tool to move stuff around,
Yeah.
I was doing that to try and reset it back to its original place. But because I had animation turned on, it read it as me animating rather than fixing it. But it's fine now. So as this one comes up, we'll also just move it up like that. And then this is the rotate tool here.
Oh, so I need to keep pressing that from now on.
Yeah, and then you can rotate it like that, and it will.
So I can't use the because I use the
So you
transform tool.
can, but like you see it, like it still rotates on the same bit. It's just
Yeah.
this is better to use it with because you have that like extra UI stuff to go with it.
Okay.
Like that. There you go.
Okay, so you said it's always good that I need to keep that on.
Yeah. While you're animating, you keep that on.
Okay. And
When you do that, it's just kind of drawing.
oh, but just say I want to open and close it or make it talk.
Yeah, you would draw the poses. So there's a thing called a. Where's the mouse gone? Okay.
Oh, is it a bit slow now?
Hold on, I can show you here.
Oh, it's come up now. Adventure Time, yeah, I know Adventure Time.
So there's these things called mouth charts. It shows you where there's just a stock set of shapes and stuff.
Okay.
And the easiest way to do mouth shapes is just you draw this these 10 poses.
Okay.
And then you just have them in a bank. In Toon Boom.
In a bank.
So in Toon Boom, there's this library up here. If we go down to this one here, which stores all your
drawings in.
Oh, okay. So where did you get that from?
It's just automatically made. So if I add a new layer and I call it mouth, but spelled wrong, and on frame 1 I draw it like this, and then frame 2 I draw it like this, and I draw it like this.
What, you pressing to move the frames?
These 2 keys here.
Oh, okay, left
So
and right.
it's the full stop and the comma, but they've also got those crocodile things on the side which make it easier for that. So I've got these
Yeah,
these
that's
different
so
shapes
cool.
here, but up here in the library we have, you see it's got this slider there,
Yeah.
which is for different shapes. So now I can go to here and I can move this around from the drawings I've already done, and it sets it to be that drawing. So if at the start of animating I draw these 10 shapes here, I then have them stored in the library on this thing, and I can just go frame by frame, and instead of drawing it new each time, I just go, okay, that's frame 1, that's that shape that follows
Seriously?
after. Yeah, and then you make it.
So I just press that. So what do I press on here to make it go on there?
So you just go to the frame,
Yeah.
and you just slide this slider to drawing 1,
Oh my
2,
God.
3, and you've got that stored there. You see it leaves the gaps in between.
Yeah.
You can just select that and this button here, and that'll just fill in the frames.
Okay.
So now, I play it, you see the mouth moves around.
Wow, that is so much easier.
Yeah, that's great.
What? Okay, but I've got to draw them first. And then how did I get that? How did you get that
this
out
is
of
just
nowhere?
this is just the library tab. So
Okay.
normally it looks like this, tool properties.
Oh, yeah.
It's just the tab next to it.
Wow. So it comes up when you do the mouth. What about if you draw other things?
It's the same for every drawing, for every layer you do.
Oh, okay. So then it will just come up with that
People use
particular
it for hand
thing.
shapes as well. If they draw hand like this, hand grabbing something or whatever, and then just you rig it, and then you set on frame 5, the hand closes like that, and the tween will handle this bit, and the frame by frame will handle that bit. So it's like creating video game sprites almost.
Okay, that's so good. Thank you.
This is the rig Francis will be using in his Maya workshop tomorrow, and also the one we recommend you use for Maya as a whole. It is the one called Max down here. You can see it's this guy over there. It's kind of creepy looking, but it is a really kind of robust, good rig to learn character animation off, not too many glitches, works really well. Really good.
He should never be allowed to get in here in the first place.
I really thought there would be like visuals to this animation.
Yeah, it's like one of those animations you see at the dentist.
Yeah.
Well, I'd like to see you try. You wouldn't last one day. Dude, I service society by rocking,
What?
okay? I'm out there on the front lines, liberating people with my music.
So
Rocking,
basically,
you know,
before
walking
our lesson, we
around.
have to download one.
No, so you'll download it in the lesson and get
Oh,
it all
okay.
set up and stuff. But just if you aren't making it to that lesson, this is where you can find the rig to use. Francis should be doing his full day of Maya soon, I think. But
Okay.
obviously we'll see because things have to move around a bit now.
So what would the name